Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here. Welcome to the second part of my Q&A. Gonna keep on rolling here. Christian Grilla. Congrats on the sub count. A channel like yours deserves it. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate that. Two questions for you. If you could collect only one format, which would it be? CDs, just for their simple convenience and portability. Vinyl are great because you get the bigger artwork and they come in a lot of cool variations, but CDs just because it's so much easier to take them wherever I want to go. Say you have a night at home all to yourself. What would be your 12 pack of choice, and which three albums are you going to jam? Well, that would be a 12 pack of ice cold Heineken, and that would be Amon Amarth with Odin on our side, Painkiller by Priest, and Unleashed Midwinterblut. I love that album. The title track alone just makes that album for me, and I fucking love Unleashed. David Ferreira, how many records do you have? Favorite band, favorite record. Congrats. As far as actual vinyl go, I haven't kept a count in a long time. I'm guessing probably close to a couple hundred vinyls, and CDs probably close to around 3,000. I'm guessing. Favorite band and favorite record. Uh, Off the top of my head, even though I haven't made a note for it, "Creatures of the Night" by Kiss. Love that album. Adam Angle, great channel. Have you ever listened to Breakdown of Society? I highly recommend them. I had not heard of them until your question. I did look them up, and sounds pretty good. I mean, I didn't listen to a whole lot of it, but what I heard so far sounds pretty good. Thanks for mentioning them. I'm gonna have to look into them further. Okay, get the page flipped here. Sorry. Lavelle, congrats, man. Every sub is well deserved. Thank you so much. Hope there are more to come in the future. What releases are you looking forward to this year? Thankfully, Counterbeat gave me a little list of stuff that he was looking forward to, and a lot of them I actually agree with. Let's see. Summoning, Fortress, Inquisition, Dark Throne, Nocturnal Mortem. I actually just pre-ordered their split with Graveland. Can I fucking wait to get that? Cathedralist, I've got that on pre-order. That should be coming here soon, I hope. Got the vinyl edition, and of course I will be getting the CD. Gojira's supposed to be putting out a new one. Wormed, Destroyer 666, Rotting Christ, Amon Amarth. Yes, and I've got that pre-ordered as well. And just like with the last Cattle Decapitation, I pre-ordered the largest bundle, which is not something I normally do, but for Amon Amarth, there was just no getting around it. And even though it's already out, I'm really interested in hearing the new Borknagar. I really want to hear that. Let's see. Any favorite album releases from this year yet? Only ones I've gotten so far are the new Megadeth, which I have yet to listen to, and Abbot's album, which just fucking rules. I love it. Thoughts on Ne Obliviscaris? I kind of figured Wyatt would have asked that. I enjoy them. I mean, I haven't picked up their albums just yet, but I've listened to some of them, and I think they've got a real unique take on things, and I really enjoy it. I just gotta have to pick up the albums here soon. How in the living hell do I grow a beard? Throw away your razor. Easiest way to do it, man. Stefan B, congrats, man. I just recently discovered your channel due to the almighty Counterbeat. So thank you, Pat, for that. What are your favorite black metal albums? Oh, God. I wrote these just off the top of my head. At the Heart of Winter by Immortal, Countess Ad Majorem Satana Gloriam, Bloodfire Death by Bathory, Thonix Takasago Army, great album, and the last one I have here, Inquisition Invoking the Majestic Throne of Satan, though I enjoy quite a few more, trust me. There's just a lot of great albums out there, but those are just the ones I wrote off the top of my head. Let's see, lost my place here. What do you think about Agalloch? And if you like them, what is your favorite album and song? I love Agalloch. Their last album is just phenomenal. But probably my favorite is going to be The Mantle. As far as picking a favorite song, it's difficult to pick a favorite song. They have so many good ones, so I'm just going to leave it at just The Mantle is my favorite album. Which metal subgenre do you like the most? death metal. Without a doubt, death metal. Death and black are neck and neck, but death metal just edges out black metal for me. Emilio Crespo. What does metal mean to you? What does it make you feel, and why the attachment? And I'm going to sound like cliche metalhead 101 here, but to me, metal is just about kind of empowerment. Not being afraid to be yourself, not follow a trend. There's a lot of aggression in it, and of course, the other thing that's going to make me sound cliche is the brotherhood aspect of it. I mean, I'm not like one of those guys like, oh my god, you listen to metal, we're automatically brothers, which, we're automatically brothers and we're best friends for life. And it's like, that doesn't work with me. Yeah, there's a connection there because we listen to metal, but I got to get to know you before I can actually say that we're like best friends. But I mean, I've met a lot of cool people. I mean, of course, you Emilio, Counterbeat, Canyon and his awesome wife Maddie, Eric Bauer's cool to talk to, Goro Stern, me and him talk quite often, and of course the mighty Count Blaggerth, me and him talk pretty much just about every day. We're constantly texting each other, and we've become really good friends, and he's one of the few people that I would actually say is a brother, because I don't throw that term around loosely like a lot of people. I mean, I really got to, get to know you and really feel kind of I don't want to say connection in like a, weird way, but, to me, he's like a brother to me. I mean, I just really enjoyed talking to him. He's a cool fucking dude. And to me, that's what metal, what kind of drew me to metal, besides the aggression and the dark subject matter of a lot of releases. Just, a lot of these bands just don't give a fuck. They just, this is me. This is who I am. And that's what I really like about it. I mean, I'm going to sound, like I said, I sound like a cliche, but, it's whatever. Stuart Casada. Congrats, dude. Who are your favorite DSBM bands? Really enjoy Xasthur. There's Abysmal Depths. Animus are a great band from Israel that kind of has a DSBM mixed with kind of ambient music. Really awesome. And a lot of people have been saying, Ghostbath are considered DSBM to an extent. So I've got to say them. They're a great band. Let's see. Who are your favorite atmospheric black metal bands? Caladan Brood, Earth and Pillars, which I learned from Emilio about, Summoning, Falkenbach. That's really the only ones I could really think of off the top of my head when I wrote this. So, where are we at? What is your favorite album cover artwork? I've actually got several. Old Morning's Dawn by Summoning, gorgeous picture. And I really love the Wretched Spawns cover. That's just fucking gruesome and as badass as can be. One that I recently got, Lost by Woden's Throne, great cover. Of course, In the Nightside Eclipse, that album cover is just iconic. And Ackercock, Goat of Mendez. I mean, come on, it's got boobs on it. How could you not love that cover? What is your favorite band shirt design? And Stay Brutal. That would have to be this one right here. This awesome Amon Amarth shirt, and on the back says, "So when you hear me howling, you'll know that I have come for you. When you hear me call your name, your life will end in nameless pain." Amazing shirt. I love to wear that one, though. It's actually been a while since I wore it, strangely. Thanks for your questions, man. Eric Bauer, the Merlin of black metal, graces me with his presence. Congrats, man. What is the appeal of subversive music that allows you to enjoy it? The no bullshit attitude, man. It's not something that's, mass produced. I mean, I know there are some bands that are trying to get, mass appeal to, a bigger audience, but it's not mass produced to appeal to a lot of people. They don't buck to trends. They don't change their style just to appeal to a lot of people and get more people to like them. There are some, like I said, that do that. Metallica. Anyway, they're not afraid to tackle the darker subjects. I mean, that's a lot of it is just like the dark subject matter, the aggressiveness of the music just really draws me in. I mean, you got, just some of the lyrical subjects where there's about, anti-religion, war, uh, murder, mayhem. I mean, just the whole shebang just really draws me into it, and it provides me something that a lot of the music today does. I mean, you listen to a lot of the shit that gets played on the radio, and it's like, really, this is what it takes to make a hit these days. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, there's no talent in it. And there's a lot of talented musicians in metal, and this subversive music. The overall, and pretty much overall the aggressiveness. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but that just the aggressiveness of it. I really love it. Favorite movie? Phew. God, I got a lot of favorite movies really, but one that popped out to me was Halloween. I love Halloween. There's just something about that movie that just I could watch it over and over and over and never get tired of it. Can you trace your musical progression to where you are now? Well, when I was real young, I pretty much whatever my sisters would be playing or whatever was on the radio, that's what I would listen to. And then I got into a phase where I listened to mostly country. That's all I would listen to. I didn't want to listen to anything else. Then in my freshman year, I met a guy that I became friends with, and he was huge into Kiss. And he was constantly telling me about how great their music was, and I finally decided to check him out. And shows you how long ago it was. The Walmart here used to be in the shopping center right across from my house. And I went over there and I bought Crazy Nights by Kiss on tape for $5. And the fact that that tape still plays pretty much perfect today is a miracle, because I played that album over and over and over again. Eventually I went back over and I got more tapes from them. And I just eventually started upgrading them to CDs, and I just got into Kiss like big time. And then I was only listening to Kiss. And then one day when we actually still had a CD store here and it was actually worth a damn, I found Nightfall in Middle Earth by Blind Guardian used. And the guy that worked there I was kind of buddies with, he said that it was a really good album. Checked it out. Loved it. Started checking out the bands that were in the thank you list, kind of getting into more, underground metal. And really got into power metal there for a while. And then eventually I started checking out bands like Immortal and Death, Cannibal Corpse, and then from there it just pretty much all went into extreme metal, and now pretty much extreme metal takes over my listening habits. I just it started out with Kiss, kind of got into the lighter end of metal, and then just really got into the dark underbelly of the metal scene. So that's pretty much how how I am what I am today. I mean, that's where my listening habits, I guess you say, how they progressed. So, thank you for your question, man. I really appreciate it. Naz, thoughts on Deicide and Dissection? Early Deicide is the best, hands down. Most people are going to say I'm ignorant when I say Serpents of the Light is my favorite album from them. I know pretty much every lyric to that album. I listen to it over and over. And when I want to listen to Deicide, that's what I put on. They really got to turning into kind of really shitty there for a while, but their last couple albums have really made things turn around for me. And of course, Dissection. They're a fucking classic band. They're amazing. I fucking love Dissection. There's not enough words to describe how awesome Dissection are. Metal. Ola from Ella. How you doing? Who will play you in your biography movie? Honestly, it's going to be really hard to find someone this good looking and this awesome to play me. So I'm probably just going to have to play myself. I mean, there's just no getting around it. I mean, I can't really think of anybody. If you can have a superpower, what will it be? I would say a combination of teleportation, because it would be awesome to be able to go from one place to another and not have to drive there or anything. And also being able to freeze time. I mean, and by freeze time, I mean, kind of like freeze everybody around you, but they're still, movable how you normally would be. And then just imagine the possibilities of being able to do that. I mean, come on. Thoughts on Battlecross? I love them. I need to get their new album, but yeah, great band as far as I'm concerned. Do you have any tattoos or plan on getting any? No, I do not have any, though I have thought about getting one. I just gotta find the right one, really come up with a really cool design. If you can travel in time, will you go to the past or the future? I'll make my own future. I don't want to know what it holds in store for me, to be honest with you, because like the old saying goes, fate is inexorable. You can't really change the future. But I'd rather go to the past. See a lot of these historical places that maybe don't exist anymore in their former glory, and maybe witness some of these events that happened in the past. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars, hands down. Beer or wine? Beer. I can drink wine, but I prefer beer. Tacos or burgers? Burgers. Love tacos. Don't get me wrong. Love tacos. I mean, hell, I'm a fat man. Of course I love tacos. But a good burger is hard to beat. Horror or action? Love both, but horror wins out every time. I've got a huge movie collection, and most of it is horror movies. LA or New York? I have no desire to go to LA. I really don't. I mean, the only reason I would want to go out to California is to go to Amoeba Records. Just because I've seen videos of that place and it looks fucking amazing, and I would love to go there, but other than that, I have no desire to go out there. So I had to say New York, just because, one, I want to try authentic New York pizza. And there's, places I want to see out there, and there's some people I would love to meet out there. I'd love to go out to New York sometime. It'd be cool to hang out with Count Blagger. I think me and him would have a killer time hanging out. Terminator or Rocky? Terminator. Though only really the first movie is any good. I didn't really care too much for the second one, and I haven't watched any of the others. I just really have no desire to. Cat or dog? Dog. Hands down. Not a big fan of cats. Not only because I'm allergic to them, but I've just never been a big fan of cats. Sorry, Counterbeat. I'm sorry. And sorry, Coco. No offense, man. Don't kill me. Mac or Windows? Windows. Beatles or Rolling Stones? Beatles, hands down. Fucking love the Beatles. Thank you for your questions, man. All right, moving along here. Chris Kimball, congrats, man. My questions are, what is your favorite black metal band? It's really hard to pick just one, really, but I'm going to have to just say Immortal, though. You never know. That can change with me. I'm a Gemini. My mind changes all the time. Do you go to shows, and does your family ever say anything about your metal, especially when you listen to black metal or wear shirts with satanic imagery on? I don't really go to concerts, just various factors. Most of it is that they don't come near me. And as far as that goes, some in my family think I buy too much music and don't understand how I can really listen to it. But others, they know that it's the only thing that really makes me happy. And they look at me a little funny when I wear that stuff, but they know it's really useless to complain to me about it. La Campa, how many CDs do you have? Do you keep a list of them of some sort? Sorry if you already answered these. I used to keep a spreadsheet on my old tower computer of all my vinyl and all my CDs. And when that went kerplooey, I pretty much said, fuck it, I'm not even going to try to start all over again. So last time, before it went down, I was well over 2,000, close to 3, so I'm probably well over 3,000 CDs right now. And believe me, that's not the largest collection I've seen. I've got friends that when they got married, their collection combined, they've got like over 10,000. So mine is small potatoes compared to them. Goro Stern. What's up, brother? See, your order of Star Wars movies from greatest to not so greatest. Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, and then the prequels. The prequels I don't even want to know existing. I don't even want to admit they exist. Let's see. Favorite black metal band of all time or current? Let's see. Again, I'm going to have to say Immortal, but it's really hard to say of all time because, like I said, that can change very easily for me. Current favorites, though, I love Goat Moon, Drowning the Light, Spectral Lore, one I really just got into, Droop, Graveland, Panopticon, and of course another one I really recently discovered, Noctileader. Great stuff. And your favorite Amon Amarth album in light of the new album announcement, and congrats, man. Thank you, sir. With Odin on Our Side. I love pretty much all Amon Amarth. I mean, Versus the World was the first one that I bought because of the song Death and Fire, which is still my favorite song, one of my favorite songs by them. But I just think With Odin on Our Side is a flawless album. I really love that album so much, and I listen to it quite often. All right. Then we have Michael Lennon. Opinion on bands that mix folk metal mixed with melodic death metal, such as Ensiferum and Winter Sun. Uh, I enjoy bands like that. I mean, those two bands are really good. Whether we're going to get a new Winter Sun album is to be seen. And I enjoy bands that use folk elements in it. Though most of the ones I listen to that use folk elements are all black metal. Another one that in your style that you're mentioning is Eloviety. I mean, Enos Mona. That song is just so fucking amazing as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, like I said, though, most of the bands that I listen to that mix folk in are usually black metal. But I enjoy bands that do melodic death and folk. I mean, I just really enjoy folk. Period. I mean, it's just awesome stuff. Jason Kennedy, what is your opinion on slam metal? I like it, but it is a very odd kind. Please and thank you. Lots. I agree. It's definitely an odd style at times, but I definitely enjoy it. I mean, some of the bands I listen to, like Devourment, Parasitic Ejaculation, Cerebral Engorgement, all killer bands as far as I'm concerned. And of course, got to represent Indiana here with Engutterment Cephaloslamectomy, a slam band that makes fun of slam bands. But yeah, as I said before, death metal is my favorite, so of course, I got to enjoy a little bit of slam now and then. Luke Talbot, favorite metal genre? Death metal. Non-metal genre, I'd have to say kind of classic hard rock and blues and blues rock. I really enjoy those as well. What got you into metal? Basically hearing Kiss for the first time. I mean, compared to country and all the other stuff I was listening to, there was just no comparison. I mean, and I loved the sound, and I wanted to hear more of it, and just kind of progress from there. So definitely hearing Kiss for the first time is what really kind of got me into metal. Favorite drink, both alcoholic and non. Love beer. I'm a beer guy, and non-alcoholic, I really love sweet tea. Favorite film genre, horror, without a doubt. Besides a huge music collection, I've got a big movie collection, and a good chunk of it is horror. The horror is my favorite. I love, because I work at Walmart on my lunch break. Every time there's a new release day, I always go out there and see what cheesy films we get. And some of them turn out to be just that, really cheesy and really shitty, but I've found some really cool ones along the way. Favorite black metal band, a death metal band? Again, probably Immortal. I'm just going to throw out Immortal just because, like I said, they were the one that got me into it, and Cannibal Corpse. What inspired you to make YouTube videos? Actually, my nephew, Tyler, he's the one that kind of convinced me to go ahead and start doing my own videos, as well as seeing all the other cool YouTubers like Count Blaggereth especially, showing off their collections and stuff. That just really convinced me that maybe I should give myself a shot at doing that, I guess you could say. How do you store all your CDs and vinyl? CDs, I usually keep them in these little plastic sleeves, which you've seen when I've been showing off my collection. And some of them don't, because I have them in spinners and stuff, and those are usually the bands that are split up and stuff like that, or maybe that's the only album I want from them. But I have several CD shelf units that I store everything on. And then, of course, a lot of my stuff, because of lack of space, like my power metal and a lot of my thrash, is all boxed up in the closet right now. So, the CD and vinyl you're most proud of owning. CD, I recently got this. I'm really glad to finally have it in my collection. Weakling, Dead as Dreams, killer stuff. And as far as vinyl, it would have to be this Behemoth Blow Your Trumpets Gabriel single that I bought. Limited to 2,000 copies. I got number 954, and the coolest part, hopefully you can see it, is it is autographed by the entire band. So yeah, I'm most proud of owning that, though I'm proud of all of my collection, to be honest with you. Alright, going to end this with the mighty Count Blaggereth. Seeing as your collection already spans 2 rooms, do you ever see a day where you're just going to have to call it and say, nope, can't fit anymore here, or are you just going to say, fuck it, bigger house? Congrats on 300 subs, brother. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that, and I don't see it ever stopping. I mean, this music to me, this is a part of me. This is in my blood. Collecting metal is just, it's, somebody once said that collecting metal music is more addictive than crack cocaine, and I have to agree with them. And I just don't see myself stopping. I mean, right now I'm got very little room, so I'm having to box stuff up. But I think eventually it's going to get to the point I might have to say, bigger house, because there's just no stopping me with Clay. You've seen the stuff that I showed you, what I still have to listen to, so you know how big. Um, Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. It's been kind of a weird day already, but yeah, I just don't see myself stopping. Metal is a part of my life. It's a part of who I am. I never see myself stop collecting, whether I have space for it or not. Whether I have space for my CDs and vinyls or not, I'm going to keep collecting. And if that means getting a bigger house, then that is what I'm going to do. So, yeah, hopefully I answered all these questions satisfactorily to you all. I know I probably come across like a rambling doofus at times, but hey, I mean, I did the best that I could. And thanks a lot again for all the questions. Like I said, I hope I answered these as best as you wanted. I don't know if I will. I just answered it as honestly as I could and tried to not make myself look like a total moron. So hopefully I succeeded in that. If you think I'm an idiot and I see my sub count drop, then I know I probably should have never done a Q&A. But again, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.